Ladies and gentlemen, you should say it.
Who's back?
Who's back?
Who's back?
Back again.
Jack is back. Tell a
friend.
Hell yeah.
Laura Jack is joining us on a last-minute whim.
And when we say last minute, we mean I was on the highway. Laura, you coming?
I was already at the office. I was stocking the fridge.
Yeah.
So, last minute.
And she's here.
She's here.
And she's going to have to join the punishment.
Yeah.
And on a plus
I didn't know
side.
that was
She didn't know
happening.
On a plus side.
Bad one to come into.
On a plus side, we did not plan a live show, which is a plus, I guess.
I think we're done with the live show until we figure it out. Because we also have to figure out how to add the intro, because we love our intro.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to add the intro.
Yes.
So that's where we're at with that. What's our unofficial sponsor of the week? Which, by the way, Sean is bringing the next 2 times because he forgot a time. So.
Yep. So, Winter Jack Tennessee Cider. Honestly, it comes out at Christmas time. It comes out from right around now until the end of January. And this is honestly one of my favorite. This almost tastes
peppermint.
like... No.
Oh my god, I'm
Cider.
gonna love this.
This is literally, I could drink this like juice.
I'm
this
excited.
is like juice.
I wasn't excited until right now.
You're not going to need that. You're not even
I know,
close.
but I still need
And it's a coincidence that we have
Jack.
Daniels,
I think
Laura
it's
Jack's favorite beverage of choice.
I think it's not.
I was going to say, I didn't plan
Cheers.
it. Cheers, guys.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yep, totally. This one's
let me
easy.
move this into the camera side.
The punishment. I was going to hide that until it was punishment
That's the
time.
punishment.
Wow,
That one's not going to be fun.
I'm getting that.
The news. The news of the week. Jake, your boy, Derrick Henry, is down for the rest of the regular season, they say. 6 to 10 weeks we're hearing now.
Yeah.
8 weeks is what I heard.
Makes me sad because I am also a Tennessee Titan fan. That's my second team.
Yeah, I get that. And they are still number 1 though, 6-2.
Yeah,
Are
they're
we,
a good team.
And did you hold on before we move on from that real quick? Their replacement for him?
There is no replacement.
Yeah,
for him,
no, there is Adrian Peterson.
I know, but he's still not.
I mean, it's not. I mean, Adrian Peterson needs to give up. The dude is toast. He's done.
Wow.
I mean, they put him in the practice squad, right? And then
he's
they're
a
gonna switch him over.
He's
to
a joke.
They should have traded for Marlon Mack. I picked him up. I put him on my bench so that when somebody traded for Marlon Mack, he would be my starting running back. And then nobody fucking traded for Marlon Mack.
No. Well, what did the Colts want for him?
Who cares?
He's your third running back.
Just trade him. He was on my fantasy team.
Here, so for all that.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
It's a good song.
Fits it. Good riddance. The name of it's Good Riddance.
I like it. Good riddance, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
Good riddance, Marlon Mack. I cut you already.
I hate to see like
watch Jonathan Taylor and Naeem Hines get injured.
Whoa! Watch your dirty mouth, Sean. Keep my boy out your mouth.
Well, you need to play Good Riddance one more time.
Good
riddance to Jameis Winston, who's down for the rest of the year with a torn ACL.
Did you hear who they're thinking about, or they're talking about maybe bringing in for him? Mr. Cam.
Oh, you missed
Newton.
this? Phillip Rivers.
I
Old man Phillip.
I heard Cam Newton's in the talk too.
No, they reached out to Phillip Rivers, which is interested in coming back.
I mean, Trevor Siemian did not play bad for them. Like, why are they not giving the dude a chance?
What about Taysom Hill, who they paid?
Nah, Tyson's not a quarterback.
Once again, they paid significantly for this.
If I were them, I would rock Trevor Siemian, and I would play Taysom Hill in his normal role. You know, like keep letting him make plays. You know what I mean? But good riddance, Jameis. You weren't doing that great anyways. I don't think the Saints are really going to miss you, but better luck next year.
And he doesn't even get a chance to play with Mike
whoever they
Thomas,
bring
who plays
in,
that back.
I need them to bring someone in because, you know, I got the running back. And I need my running back to get that ball and continue to
Then you should hope they get the worst
score.
quarterback because they'll just give him the ball.
I mean, yeah. Until they trust him, they're going to probably give my guy the ball. So let's just continue to do that. I'm good with this decisions.
And some news that my wife is going to be happy about. Jeepers Creepers coming out with a new movie.
You're welcome.
John found
You're
that.
welcome. You're welcome.
My wife loves the Jeepers Creepers movies.
They're terrible.
I don't have that song, so I'll work on it for next week.
And by the way, I think even though it's out of our normal segments here, Laura Jack made a comment about our new show format.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's here.
Yeah, I don't like it. I actually was saying that the reason why I don't like it is because when I'm at work, I like to listen to these two idiots talk about this stuff. So I put it on while I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and I just listen to it. And I like that sometimes it was an hour long. And, you know, I get that sometimes you went a little overboard in certain areas. I get it. You could have cut a little bit back, but not to like 30 minutes, guys. I need a little bit longer than that.
We are 37.
We'll just start recording our phone calls for you.
Okay.
Right?
Just sending them to you so you can listen to them.
Or we can just sit our phones
yeah,
out
I
in the
think what
office
it is
and
that
just...
like I truly am your friend, so I care what you guys have to say. You know, I want to hear it. I want to know. I'm interested. Like
What are
I
you
actually
saying?
like to
His
keep
mom
up
is
with
not
it.
his friend? She
I'm
loved our
saying
new
like
show.
I'm saying like random people out there may not care as much as I specifically do. Is what I'm saying.
Well, the fact that you're one of our like 12 fans, we love you. Both.
Yes.
Right?
Thank
Right?
you.
Right?
Oh
And,
God, I'm scared of this.
But we're not taking that yet.
I know, but
No,
I saw
no.
something green in it. It's just a sticker. I got scared. I thought something was in my. I thought something was in my glass for a second.
Okay, so continuing with the tradition of Raiders in this segment, the Bonehead of the week.
Oh,
Henry
idiots.
Ruggs the third. I mean, his life's over, right? Like,
Yeah.
dude's going to jail. For those of you that don't know, Henry Ruggs III was driving 156 miles an hour while he was wasted
Yeah.
and hit another vehicle at 120 miles an hour and killed some people and a dog. And
No, I thought it was one
person and a
one
dog?
woman and her dog.
Okay, well, either way, killed a person.
Yeah, it was
dog.
like a fiery like.
I'm surprised
fireball.
he's not dead.
He was
No,
he was sitting. They pictured him sitting on the curb, like watching this fireball. Like
I feel like
In
every
flames.
time something like that happens, like it's always the superstar that dies. Like what's the guy from Jackass?
Yeah, there was a hockey player.
Ryan Dunn.
from Jackass. You have Paul Walker.
yeah.
Mhm.
You know, but they were all driving Porsches,
Yeah,
so I don't know what he was driving.
Well, Paul
He
Walker
was
wasn't
driving a
driving,
Corvette.
and neither was
Corvette.
and neither
It was
was
Corvette.
mid-engine Corvette, or
I
maybe
didn't
was.
see that part. I just saw it was Chevy.
if it's one of the new mid-engine Corvettes, that makes sense then, because then the engine wasn't there to come back into him, right? I don't know. I have no idea if that makes it more safe.
Well,
or
they
not.
showed a picture of his car and like it was destroyed.
I was looking for a dumb song for him, but I don't got one. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Just
I don't got one.
I mean, you're-
Horrible. What a wasted everything. Really.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented guy too. I mean,
Goodbye.
First round.
You're that much of an idiot. Maybe I'm too straightforward with this, but goodbye.
No,
Go-
yeah, for
go-
sure.
go.
It's just a dumb mistake for no reason.
Dummy.
I've been wasted a lot in my life.
Yeah.
Not because I'm an alcoholic or anything, but just because when I do drink, I like to let loose, have fun. Never once has it gone through my head to be like, oh, let me get in my car and drive 156 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Like,
trying to prove?
If I were to get in my car, I would be driving like slow as molasses, afraid that I was going to kill myself.
What the
and-
fuck? I
and
need to get
somebody
home.
else.
I need to get home.
Right.
Don't drink
Exactly.
and drive, please.
Don't drink and drive. It's bad
Please.
for
Call an
Stay
Uber.
safe.
Call
Help
somebody. You know.
Even if not for yourself,
Yeah.
care about the other person.
Right.
Take a second.
There's other people on the end of that. You
Right.
know.
We
And
need-
who knows about that other person? If they have
Right.
family, if they have kids,
horrible.
if they have what that
horrible.
side of the story is. It just like I said, to me, it's unexcusable. I can't really even give a chance.
We need to come up with like a noise for the Bonehead of the week in the future.
Oh, I will.
by the
Don't
way.
worry, I'll have one for
Okay.
that.
Next segment is our hot takes. Laura Jack's getting
Ooh.
thrown to the wolves on this. She's never done a hot take segment
Hot
before.
take, hot take.
And Laura Jack, you're up first.
Oh wait, this is like the things that I'm.
We can skip. So you get 60 seconds on the clock. For those of you who don't know our new show format, you get 60 seconds on the clock, and you have to use up 60 seconds to talk about whatever your hot take is. But we can skip you first and start with our show team of the Detroit Lions.
Can they be Bonehead of the week too?
They could be Bonehead of the week too. So do you have our timer ready, Sean?
I don't even know what
on.
I'm doing. Can you? What?
Listen, we're going to do it right now. So that our show team is the Detroit Lions. That's who we picked going into the season. That was going to be our mutual team that we would cheer for.
Oh, that's a awful team to have to cheer for.
Yes.
Yes.
We've realized
Why would you ever
this.
choose that team?
Motor City Dan.
we like Motor
Motor
City
City
Right,
Dan.
right, I forgot-
He's going to
forgot
bite
that's
some
what it is.
kneecaps off.
I
and
forgot about that.
That was the reason we picked them.
Yeah.
So are we ready for
we're going to
1
do the
minute?
Lions. 1 minute.
Let's go.
All right. So the Philadelphia Eagles aren't good. And the Lions lost by like 40 points.
48.
Yeah, terrible.
They left off 4 running backs to 2 third-string running backs.
I mean, Well, they should do something different, right? Obviously, Jared Goff is not working.
What was the record last year?
But they don't got
Does
nothing
anybody know?
else.
Well, they weren't this bad last year, right? They did decent.
No, they had at least 3 or 4 wins.
Yeah, I think
Right,
they had Stafford.
I get it, but like what?
They had a top 10 pick, so they didn't have many wins. Let's be honest, and then they went and got Penny Sewell.
Well, here's the simple fact. They're saying that everybody likes playing for Dan Campbell. And
That's
the
good.
Team's not quitting. The team clearly fucking quit.
48-0.
I think they scored 7 at the end.
Oh, maybe I missed that part.
So I mean, the team clearly quit, and something needs to change. Get rid of Jared Goff.
Maybe it's us. Are we causing their issue?
No,
because we're rooting for them.
I think you're right. Maybe Jared Goff does have something to do with it. I don't know necessarily that he's just like a horrible quarterback, but I don't think that he's fitting into this format very well. He didn't really fit into the last format very well. So
The sad part about it is not a lot, but I bet on them a little bit last
Our
week.
timer ended.
What happened? No noise.
I don't know. The noise didn't go off.
Okay, well, we're
but
done.
the timer ended.
All right, we'll choose a new noise because Lord Jack's on the clock.
what am I supposed to talk about?
Whatever your hot take for the week is.
Hold on.
Sean's gonna make sure he's got a noise that's actually gonna work this time.
And it doesn't have to be about
Oh,
sports.
okay, that one's gonna work. I heard a noise.
Are you ready?
Lord Jack, you're on the clock. 60 seconds and go.
Oh gosh. Hot take of the week. I don't know. I'm still about them Pittsburgh Steelers. That's all I know. That's my hot take of the week. We're gonna kill it this week.
I thought you were gonna rub something in my face for your hot.
Oh
take.
yeah, you're right. Reverse. The Steelers are still gonna win, but I do have something to talk about. So before this fantasy season started, they thought I was an idiot because I chose to opt out of Terry McLaurin.
So we're in a keeper league. You get to keep 3 keepers. She had a choice of keeping Terry McLaurin or Cooper Kupp.
And I completely kept Cooper Kupp because I knew and I was adamant that he was going to be the guy this year. And they thought I was a complete fool. And I was adamant. My guy is like way better than Terry McLaurin this year.
You need to say thank you that he brings Matt Stafford breakfast every morning.
You need to thank me because I was right is what happened. And all I have to say is I still want ice cream at the end of this year if that ends up happening. I made a bet at the end. I said if Terry McLaurin ends up being worse than Cooper Kupp and Cooper Kupp ends up winning, you owe me ice cream. You were like, how does this bet help me at all?
Let's go to the ice cream parlor. It's already over.
Right.
Is your alarm not working again?
Yeah, what the hell?
Are you on silent maybe?
No, I just fixed all that.
I don't know, but
These
Cooper
damn-
Kupp is my guy.
Maybe it's like your screen timing out or something. I don't know.
If you would have had to guess that I would have been completely right or wrong, you would have said I would have been wrong.
Yeah, I don't like Cooper Kupp.
I know you.
He's boring.
He has swagger to
Maybe
me,
it's 'cause
and
he's white. I don't get it.
But
I don't
he
like
has,
wide receivers.
But
to
he
begin
has
with.
swagger for a white guy.
Not really.
He
He's just
does,
a goofy white
100%.
dude. He's a goofy white dude.
He is, but like that's what makes him. It's kind of like Edelman. He's kind of the same, got the same like swagger. Like
No, Edelman is little.
Time's up.
no way.
Do you have your stuff there?
I just changed my lock screen to 5 minutes,
Keep
so
going
I
for
better
the drink and
not.
realizing I don't want it.
All right. So next up on the hot take is Sean.
All right, so mine's going to go a little bit different on this from football. It is staying sports. Okay, so we all know I'm a wrestling fan.
Is that really a sport?
Yeah.
I'm not even talking sports. I don't care if it's a sport or not. This is actually serious, so don't joke
Your
around.
son wrestles.
So, there's a guy in wrestling, and he used to be called Dean Ambrose. He is now in a different wrestling called John Moxley, who just checked himself in for alcoholism. He drove himself so much pressure on himself to compete because he was a big name star for them, that he legitimately started drinking because he didn't want to get himself checked out for health issues, for mental issues. And he legitimately took the time and checked himself in for alcoholism treatment today.
Wow.
I support the guy. I just wanted to shoot that out because it's a respect thing. So
Yeah, heck yeah.
Mad respect. Anybody who's dealing with demons, I mean, it's not easy. I think.
and you're putting yourself out there. I appreciate that you're willing to
Being
put yourself
honest,
out there.
yeah.
There was a football player on one of the shows this week that was talking about his mental issues and stuff. And
I feel like I heard this
was
too.
it Brett Kiesel or it was
No, it
somebody with a
wasn't Kiesel.
beard? I don't know. I should have paid more attention. But either way, it's mad props. I mean, Dak Prescott talked about his issues. The
Antonio Brown clearly has issues.
Well, he doesn't talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
won't
displays
talk
them
about it.
everywhere.
But yeah, I mean, we're in a world now where we understand these things are real. So talk about it. Like, make yourself
ask for help.
ask for help. Put yourself out there. You know.
But yes, like I said, just wanted to be off topic a little bit on that one. So
God, too much seriousness on the show right now. So
No,
I'm glad it's my turn.
What's serious? I'm trying to eat ice cream over here.
I'm glad it's my turn.
You ready now?
I'm ready. How about them Cowboys?
Oh,
Yeah! Oh shit!
Great job.
I just knocked down the camera. Woo! All right,
is
we're
hell
back
of an
up.
episode.
Not only that, but we
Well, then.
spilled all our drinks too.
Let's go all the drinks.
All
Nice.
all the punishment drinks are less punishment now.
That was his point behind it.
Oh man,
man.
that's perfect. Anyways, so I started drinking.
You
can't
actually
wait to
broke
see
the
that.
tables, by the way.
No, I didn't. Shut
We
up.
lifted it, yeah.
I started drinking Sunday night because I didn't want to watch the Cowboys lose with a backup quarterback, and then Ian's drunk ass had a lot of fun.
He's also drunk right now, so.
No, I'm not. Truly not. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I'm sorry I broke our video feed there for a minute, but
No, that's
Cooper
even
Rush balled out for me in the second half.
He did.
I love it.
Without cutting you off, I will remind you about the first half, your conversation with me.
Oh
about
yeah, I was
Cooper
texting
Rush.
you like, what the fuck is wrong with Cooper Cup or Cooper Cup?
I'm taking
Cooper
back
Rush.
everything I said. Oh,
That was a good game. It was. It was a good,
I was
it
like,
was a good
why
game.
did I like this guy? I was texting
Yeah.
Sean like all kinds of shit.
oh,
about
he was going on and
Cooper
on
Rush.
about
I
him.
was like- and then he comes out like third play of the second half. There was a
bomb.
73-yard touchdown pass.
Oh man, that was a nice pass.
How about them Cowboys?
Your time's up. Please
Let's
stop.
get it.
Huh?
I don't care.
Let's get it. I personally liked your wife's post this week,
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
My drunk ass being happy on the floor.
and she's like, "Did anybody else hear him?" I'm like, "We all heard him in our minds. We all."
We all.
Well, Dave was on the phone with me, so
Nice.
yeah, I was talking to Dave on the phone.
You were probably like, "This is unbelievable."
I was like, "Are you watching this?" He's like, "Yes, I'm watching this." He's like, "I don't know why I'm watching this, but I'm watching this."
I watched it too. I get it.
Oh, geez.
I will say that they are really fun to watch this year.
Oh, they are. Their offense is great. Defense has been
I've
producing
actually really
big
enjoyed
plays.
them this year more than other years. I mean, I'm still not gonna switch over or anything.
They're
but
6-1. The Bulls are 6-1.
That's what I'm saying. Oh.
M&M's at the halftime.
Your whole
show.
life is.
Time's up. I get it. Time's up. Our punishment. So Sean and I were both wrong, and
Well,
we
I'm
are doing
definitely using this
Old
one.
Granddad again. This was one from a couple weeks ago.
I have another one, but my wife wanted me to get this one out of the closet. So,
Okay. Well, there you go.
You gotta.
cheers.
Cheers.
You didn't. That's bad luck.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Laura, you didn't even finish your shot.
By the way, guys, to correct
my
something, we
God.
said this would be a double, but since we both did the shot, that's
Yeah, we
why we
split
cut
it.
it in half.
Well, technically, we did 3 shots. We just split it.
Yeah, we actually did a third.
That's bad.
That's real
I
bad.
told you.
Somebody just put that down the drain.
Oh, we can't until we're done with the bottle.
Well, actually, you know what? That's kind of smart. You guys should use that as your punishment for every time you guys are wrong.
Yes.
I hope my
You should just write. You should just change this to, instead of old. You should just change it to old punishment dad,
Old punishment, Dad.
because that's who punishes
I mean,
usually.
we're
is
gonna
your
keep
dad.
it here. That's gonna be the punishment from now on until.
Yep, that's the
It
punishment.
is punishing.
So let's get into our picks for this week. God damn it! I hope I'm not wrong. Sean, 60 seconds on the clock for you, my friend.
Mine's real simple, real clear. Aaron Rodgers, you're out with COVID. Your backup Jordan Love is getting to play the Chiefs, who have a horrible defense this year. And he still has good weapons in Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. I'm going with Jordan Love.
And what's his scheduled points for the week? Did you?
I don't even pay attention, but I don't care. He's going to blow up this week. He'll have 20
He's
plus.
gonna blow up. At
He'll have
20 plus.
he'll have 20 plus this week.
Okay, we got 35 more seconds to talk about Jordan Love.
Anything you want to say?
Do you love you some Jordan Love?
No, not really, but I think he's going to blow up this week against in the game he's in.
Okay.
Plus he can run. So
I mean, I personally think he's a good replacement for Rodgers down the road. So I've seen enough of him to think that he's going to have a decent game.
yep. So
I'm scared for them, honestly.
You're scared for the Packers?
Yeah, I don't think that they're.
I already
I
saw
don't think
mine,
it's
so.
even close to anything good happening for this team this year. And every time they have to bring in somebody else or a backup or whatever, I just don't see it.
are you trying to spill everything?
Yeah, I just
No,
don't.
I
I
didn't
don't
break
see
it.
it turning out
It
well
was-
for
it
them
was
this
just
year. I don't.
underneath.
This is definitely not their year.
The Packers? They're having a great year. They just knocked off the undefeated
What are they,
Cardinals.
6-1?
I
Or
get it,
7-1?
but I get it, but I think in the end it's not going to be their year.
I hope not, because that just means less competition.
Hold on, wasn't that defeat your
Yeah,
point? Didn't you pick the Packers to win?
I don't care who I picked. I want my Cowboys to go to the
I
Super Bowl.
just don't think the Packers are going to end up being the team.
I get it.
End of the rodeo.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock for my pick of the week.
Ready, set, go.
Coming off a loss, a tough loss on Thursday night. I don't always take Thursday night games into effect, and they're playing a team that is limited, to say the least. I'm taking on the road the Arizona Cardinals to win. They're -1, so they just need to win the football game by more than a point. And I'm taking the Cardinals to beat the San Francisco 49ers.
You really don't want to do that old granddad again, do you?
I do not. I'm going with a simple pick. I'm giving you guys some creative stuff. I came very close to hitting my last pick, but I didn't hit it, so we're going easy. We're going easy. And, I'm
I
going
don't
to
think that's that easy of a pick, to be completely honest.
The Cardinals? That's super
Cardinals
easy.
beat the 49ers. Easy
That's
pick.
super easy.
If I want to go with
By
a hard
1 point?
pick, I'm going to watch
Oh,
the
okay, I didn't
Cowboys
hear that.
live with our buddy LaRue, who's a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And I could have picked the Cowboys, but -9.5, that's a lot of
That's
points.
a lot
And I
of
don't even
points.
know if Dak's going to play. Like, I ain't going out on all that.
Yeah.
So, Cardinals, -1. Cardinals will win by at least 6 points.
So Laura's going to pick on the Monday night game?
The Monday night game, Laura.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers versus the Bears.
Steelers versus the Birds.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers all the way. Not only because I'm a fan, but because I believe in these guys. They need this win. It's Monday night. We love Monday night games. That always hypes us up. It's always like one of those things for our team that just like we get rowdy, and I feel like it's
Keller Rush night.
yeah. I just feel like it always gets kind of just. It's like it's just that big game for us every year. That Monday night game. It's like we have something to prove every Monday night for whatever reason, and we're gonna blow it out.
I mean, I have been getting sheer enjoyment out of the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. The fact that their kicker gets lit up.
Yeah,
They got
that
the
was
fat
dumb.
dude on the sideline warming up for field goals. He misses the ball completely.
He's
Well,
a
this
punter. He's a punter.
This is what
Most
worries.
punters can kick the football.
Yeah, they
okay?
A rookie punter at that.
I don't care. Most
The
punters can
Steelers
kick
do
the
have been
football.
worrying the hell out of me this year.
I proudly support fat dudes, okay? But this fat dude totally biffed when he was warming up for kicking field goals. Sheer entertainment. Ben can't throw the football.
This is her time to talk, not
Well, she was done, so I took it over. You think the Steelers are going to win?
I'm really I need them to
What's
win.
your guess? Final score?
See, I actually think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to really be a blowout. I think it's going to be a close game, but I do think the Steelers may win by like 2 touchdowns.
Truthfully, I don't think the
That's not a
Steelers.
close game.
I don't think the Steelers can score more than.
I think by the
21
end
points.
it'll end up being I think it'll be a close game the entire time, but I
You
think
think
they'll
they'll
end
put
up
a
winning.
garbage time
Yeah.
touchdown on the
Yeah.
end? Okay, I get you.
I was gonna say I don't think they score more than 21 points. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game, but I think in the end we'll end up having, I would say, at least 10 points above.
All right, you got 5 minutes on the clock.
Not yet. I just said a song.
5 minutes.
That's our
Wait, did he
hot
get
take.
his?
our 5 minute
was
topic
your
of the
hot?
week.
Mine was.
Oh yeah.
John
Aaron
Watson.
Rodgers.
Jordan Love.
I got it.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Don't be messing up our flow.
I just forgot for a second.
5 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna double check this camera. Make
Yeah,
sure
I was
it's
gonna
still-
say, why this thing not even be like on and running right now?
It's still running. I'm
Huh?
gonna move it up a little bit. We're gonna make some adjustments while Sean's messing with the clock.
Can you even see
I already
us
fixed the
that
clock.
entire
We're
time?
waiting for you. Because you had to fuck up the
I have a
camera.
feeling this camera is going to be
How
like,
about them Cowboys?
at this level. We're not going to be able to see us at
No,
all.
no, no. You can see. You can see even where it was at. 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I told you I've been ready.
All right, and go. So we're punishing you guys with more fantasy football talk.
Yep.
Laura Jack is here. She's in our keeper league.
Yep.
And she told us
And
we need to talk more fantasy football.
She wants
So-
to talk more fantasy football because it is consuming her life this
Yeah,
year.
it's literally always actually consuming my life every year. But I feel like you guys talk about football overall, but you don't actually physically talk about what we have going on. I look at your matchups every week. I'm like, what is Sean doing? Is he kicking someone's ass? What's Ian doing? Let's go,
I think
Ian.
me and you talk about it, but just not on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you need to. I want to know. People want to
Well, the
know.
other thing is that Sean doesn't have much going on at all this year.
I'm 4-4 still, with 2 missing running backs.
Yeah,
you can
that's
talk all the
rough.
shit you want.
Missing 2 running backs is rough.
I'm missing Barkley and Edwards-Helaire, and I'm still 4-4.
I mean, you're always missing Barkley. Dude's injury prone.
Once again, I'm still 4-4, so I still make shit happen, don't I?
It's fine.
And I'm still one spot out of the playoffs.
I win even when I shouldn't win. That's talent.
Yeah, I really thought this week, looking at your score, I was like,
He
this
scored
is a
86
shit
points.
show.
I scored 86 points.
He scored 86 points.
Against Jake,
Who lost Derrick
our
Henry.
previous champion.
Who
Yeah.
lost Derrick Henry
Derrick Henry played the whole game.
most of the game. He didn't
I
play
played
the whole game.
I thought he finished it.
No.
It's pretty close.
He played most.
I mean,
But who knows when he was injured?
didn't even
Who
look-
knows when
it
he was
didn't even
injured? He
look-
probably,
I played
who knows?
Cooper Rush at quarterback, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
that's kind of.
Wasn't he your boy? You started him. He was your boy.
listen.
He was your boy.
okay?
You couldn't wait. He was better than Dak.
At one point,
He was better than Dak.
At one point during the Cowboys span here, one of their ginger quarterbacks was going to work out.
He was
I'm glad
better
it
than
Cooper.
Dak.
He is
Remember?
better than Dak.
Why couldn't he play
No,
over
he's
Dak
He's
2 years
not
ago?
better than Dak.
Why couldn't he play over Dak?
He's not
Hey,
even close to being
Dude,
better.
the guy had 325 yards and 2 touchdowns.
There's no backup quarterback on any team that is better than the first string quarterback. It's just not how it works.
Not in Ian's mind.
I don't know. There probably is.
No, not really.
What about the Jets?
Because then they would be the first string quarterback.
What about the
Yeah,
Jets?
White had one good
He
game.
had one good game
One
and a-
good game.
405 yards and like
One
4
good
touchdowns.
Okay, well
game.
here's the thing. I will say this. Okay, like if a player hasn't had the opportunity, then I can't necessarily say that he's not better or worse. I can't say that if he hasn't had the opportunity to play. But if these guys have had an opportunity to play and shown what they actually have out there, we already know that they're not better.
And I'll wait and see the rest of his games before I say if he's better or not.
Well, I think you got the Jets looking at him at least.
Absolutely.
You're talking about a rookie
You got their
quarterback that they
attention.
drafted with
Okay.
the second overall pick.
Can I just
Yeah.
say Mike White was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, and you
Uh,
called him on and said Cooper Rush was better and they should cut him.
Yes, and I had my worst betting weekend of the year because I bet heavy on the Bengals. Heavy on the Bengals. I was so sure of the Bengals this weekend. And the Bengals were up 11 points in the fourth quarter. And then Burrow throws a pick six, or a pick to the 1 yard line. I mean, it was just like, what the hell?
And then popping balls out. and
Mike
stuff.
White going nuts on the Bengals defense, which is a decent defense, by the way. I thought Mike White was good for at least 4 turnovers. I mean, I saw that dude play preseason for the Cowboys.
Maybe it happened because of your betting skills.
Well, he bet his hair. I mean, he dyed his hair. He bet he dyed his hair black now. He looks cooler. I don't know. Whatever. Kudos to Mike White.
Right.
I'm gonna pick him up. I may think I already did pick him up.
You
did.
probably
I think I
did.
did.
You
I
did.
just stashed them on my bench.
You
just in
probably
case.
did.
No.
So, what's your surprise of the fantasy football season, Lord Jack Cooper?
Yeah, Cooper definitely well, I wasn't surprised. I obviously clearly knew this was going to happen. That's why I kept him.
You clearly knew he was going to be number 1 in the NFL.
I knew that he was going to do better than Terry.
Okay, you can say you knew he was going to do better than Terry, but you didn't know he was going to do this.
Because so what people don't understand is that I had Terry last year. And I watched Terry all year long play these random bullshit games.
You wanted
I
to
know.
not keep
That's what I was
story.
trying to stop him. But he out of the entire season last year, I believe he had 2 games that were like substantial points. So he just wasted my time all season. And Cooper was consistent. So you know what I said? I'm taking consistency over this random bullshit.
well,
And then guess what? That consistency, because he was consistent all year, his coaches had faith in him. His quarterback had
do I
faith.
get some props for telling you to draft Tebow Samuel?
Hell yeah, dog! He was on my radar, but not to this extreme. That dude just popped out of nowhere. He continues to pop off every week.
I have him in my other fantasy league. He's killing it.
He's legitimately their number. That's like the only person they pass to. So I don't know why they haven't figured that out and started guarding him, but like whatever. Continue to not guard my guy because he's going to continue to put up points.
By the way, Hoover, you don't know this yet, but I am in your other fantasy football league now.
What? Tony's league.
You didn't say one thing in that. Where's your advice for fantasy?
Sean, who's your stud of the year so far?
Yeah, who's your stud?
surprise? My surprise is Mike Williams.
Debo for me.
I'll be honest with you, because I actually, before the season, thought it was Robert Woods who was going to be the star on the Rams offense with Stafford. I have to go with Cooper Kupp.
What about
Not
on-
because I didn't think it would be good,
What
but
about on your
because
team? Who's your star on your team that you weren't expecting?
that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, mine's Mike Williams.
Jeez.
I want to see you go into this app because my app doesn't go like that. I sit here
Mike
trying to pick
Gesicki.
up players.
Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
tight end.
I knew he'd be good, but I didn't think he'd be averaging almost 20 points a week.
Okay, I like that.
See this? This is what my
I also have to say, since we're talking, I know we're over our time.
I don't know what to tell you.
all day, every
It's because
day.
you have T-Mobile. Yeah, that's what it is.
I have T-Mobile.
Well, I don't know.
Mine does this.
Yeah, mine doesn't do
I get this constantly.
I have to
I
say
don't
one
have
other
that
quick
issue.
thing. So, the great debate earlier this year, Jake and I went toe to toe.
Oh yeah.
And multiple times we've gone toe to toe with the Justin Jefferson versus CeeDee Lamb debate. And I am clearly winning that debate because CeeDee Lamb is way better than Justin Jefferson.
What are the point totals? Are they even close to each other right now?
I don't know the exact point totals, but CeeDee Lamb has like 250 more yards, and I think he has 2 more touchdowns.
All right, so real quick hot take. So Barkley was supposed to be back this week. Barkley tested positive for COVID this week.
Gosh. That's his hot take of the week.
COVID's making a comeback.
Yeah, man, it really is.
Oh, what, my boy Sidney Crosby?
The Cowboys got hit with COVID earlier in the year, but then it seemed like nobody else was getting hit. Now everybody's getting hit with COVID.
Seriously, I pulled up the app, like she just said, and I'm like, and then I saw the red COVID thing next to his name. I'm like, what?
Isn't that what they said, though? They said when the weather starts getting cold that COVID was going to be a thing again.
Rampant,
I'm
yeah.
not surprised.
Hey, I'm vaxxed now.
Well, they say usually that
I'm vaxxed too, but don't.
They say that like things don't live, or is it the opposite? Is it that they live better in the colder, or that they don't live better?
I thought they don't live better.
Yeah,
in
that's what I
cold.
thought,
That's
too.
I thought the heat kills stuff.
Well, it's not COVID. It doesn't
Because
it doesn't-
vitamin
it's
D was good for COVID or whatever, and so now the sun's going away and the cold's coming up.
supposed to be.
Whatever.
I don't know.
They
I'm
just
not
wanna-
a health expert.
They just
All
want to
I
lock
know
us in
is
our
it
house
ain't
again.
good.
It's all right.
Clearly, I am not a health expert.
You lost so much weight.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm still not a health expert. All right.
None of us are.
What was we're doing 5 minutes for Kids Corner, or did we? Or we
We
don't
didn't do
time
it.
Kids?
I don't think we did.
No, we
do
don't time
on
Kids
kids.
Corner. Kids Corner is the favorite segment for.
I was gonna say
So,
that's the forever segment.
Laura Jack's got a puppy, so she could talk about not really a puppy, but it's your puppy.
Oh yeah, he's my guy.
Yeah, you could talk about your guy, and then we'll talk about our kids. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So, very first parent-teacher meeting week
Ooh.
was yesterday. Yesterday. Okay, so we go to school.
Before we get into this, is it a proud pop moment, or is this
Kind of a neutral, but kind
okay?
of funny.
All right, go ahead.
No, we went in. Teachers, you guys all know Grayson. People love him. He has a great personality. He's a really sweet kid. Math, he's good in. Reading, he's fine in. Understanding his letters and that, he needs a little work. It is what it is. You're growing up. You're learning things. So we go home after having the parent-teacher meeting. 15 minutes, we meet the teachers and all that stuff. We go home. Grayson's entrance. Is this good or bad? Very first time he's having this happen, where the parents go home. Is this good or bad, guys? We'll talk, Grayson. Building suspense. Sam had to go to the bathroom, so building suspense. We'll talk. Sam comes out of the bathroom. Grayson, come here. Comes into the office. Both of us sitting in our chairs, waiting for him. He's just sitting there looking at us. We're gonna go over this list that they gave us. So you did good. This, and we have to work on this, and this. That's all, guys? That's all, bud. Whew.
Did you really do it?
Yes.
I thought he was in trouble.
Well, we told him since he had the day off and he had money from Halloween from a mall that we'd take him to Chuck E. Cheese later in the day. He thought May came home and we weren't going to be taking him to Chuck E. Cheese. However, on the report that they do it self-evaluation. They ask the kids, hey, how do you think you're doing in these
That's
categories?
smart, actually.
And they just do smiley face, like smiley face, a little bit less smiley face, neutral, down, really down
Big
face.
frowny face.
Yeah. And the teacher looks, she's like, I think he's really judgmental on himself.
He's hard on himself.
Yeah, because some of the things she marked on, she's like, I would definitely, if it was asked of me, I definitely wouldn't have been marking these. Like, one of them was, are you respectful to the other students? And he gave himself a frowny face. So, and she's like, I don't think that. I think he's honestly really good, and all the kids like him. He's very friendly with everybody. So I don't know where he's getting that one from.
Yeah.
And we looked, we're like, yeah, okay, I don't know. He's really nice.
Better than him thinking that he's great and everything. That's something I would do. I'm great at everything.
Ian would have had the smiley face.
This smiley face, exactly.
He would have the Biggie smiley face all
with
the
the
way
hat
down
and
the list.
everything.
Yeah.
This the
I'm good at everything.
Nonetheless, it was a decent time. But the fact of the matter is, that he knows what to expect, and he's never even been through it before. He's looking at us like, oh shoot, what's going to happen? My favorite though is sometimes he'll learn curse words and he'll ask us, "Is this a bad word? Can I say this?" And some of them are "oh dang," and then sometimes it's "oh damn," and sometimes it's "oh shit."
Oh man!
But he tests his luck every single time with them.
My favorite, I guess I'll call it Uncle Corner, is I saw a video of Ollie going down a slide that was super entertaining. I can't remember what he got up and he just screamed something.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. That's what he said. I couldn't remember exactly.
Was I with you in that?
No, I just.
Sam must have posted it. She sent it through. I was actually with somebody when she sent it to me. No. I was actually with somebody. I was having one of my team meetings, and she FaceTimed me during my team meeting. And I told you guys I treat everything like family, so I answered it. She's like, "I want you to see this." Ollie came down the slide. He goes, "Woo! That's awesome!" He gets up, runs, goes back up.
It was hilarious. I watched it like 3 times just laughing.
It was clear as day. The awesome was clear as day. It wasn't like it even mumbled or anything. I'm like, wow, geez, okay.
Lord Jack, what's your parent corner?
Well, I will say, like, when it comes to like parenting, even though he's a dog, something did interesting happen the other day. So I was coming home from camp a couple weekends ago. And when I get out of my car and I'm like unpacking my vehicle, I just like let him out of the car and let him like kind of run around my driveway and like, in his space. He knows where his space is. And all of a sudden I look up and there's like a lady walking this big Doberman, like I'm talking big dog, okay? And so my dog already seen him. So he's like right down the driveway. Mm-hmm.
Barking the whole time.
Oh yeah, like going off because he's
he's
a little wiener, just like Ian's dog. We have basically the same size wieners.
Yep.
I was waiting for that, and so he goes flying on the thing, and I've trained him that he knows like his yard, his space, like stay in your yard, stay in your space. Even when we're at camp too, taught him the same thing, so he knows where he's allowed to be, where he's not allowed to be, and like I let him roam. And, like, when I don't know where he is, I say, show yourself. And then, he comes out and he like, shows himself, It's like he knows to do that. So we see this Doberman. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, I know him well enough to know that if I walk towards him, it means that he knows he can walk further. He thinks he can walk further because now it's a protection thing. Mm-hmm. So I know that I need to turn around and book it right back to my house, and then he is going to book it right back after me. So I'm trusting that the thing that I taught this dog, which is like, follow me, is going to work.
Right.
So this lady, super nice, like sits down in the middle of the street, or like she doesn't sit down, the dog sits down, obviously, and she just stops and waits. And I'm like, I'm sorry, like we just got home. And I'm like, come on, like, absolutely not. That's what I said to him. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And he knows what that means. Like, nope, this is a no-go. This is absolutely not, So he, sure enough, went right back up that driveway. Even did not leave the edge of my...
Really?
Even though that dog was right there on a leash. Walked right back up into my house. I mean, turned around a couple times like... like gave the last few barks to let him know. And then the lady was like, no problem. Like, walked on the hill. And when I got in the house, man, I was so proud of my dog, man. Like, I know that, like, most other people, but you have to understand, when you have a small dog, it's not the same as having a big dog. Okay. Big dogs, like, they have no problem coming when they're called in most cases because, like, they know what the deal is. When you have a small dog, you can't even, like, you yell at that dog. You're like, don't do that, You can't, like... smack your dog, like, you can't, like, lay into your dog.
The wiener dogs,
they don't care.
They have this, like,
Shut off.
I'm bigger than I
Yeah,
think I am.
absolutely.
Like mindset.
Absolutely.
Just
My
like-
dog was 10 times larger than that Doberman.
Oh yeah. My dog's taking on a deer.
Yeah, my dog too.
Yeah, my dog's taking on turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
My dog.
Rosie just freezes when
every-
she sees the deer in the
Nope.
backyard. She just freezes.
My dog
Uh-uh.
does not
The wieners,
care.
they go after them deer. They're just like.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
because they're like known to be back in the day, you know, in the war. I think we talked about this before. They would go in holes to like kill small rodents, like keep rats and mice and whatever out of the trenches and things along those lines. That's what they were like. The generals were who had these dogs. They had the German shepherds like in the army, but the generals and the higher ups, that's who had our dogs. That's like they loved them. And that's,
I don't know the history of wieners.
that is, I do. I know. I've had them my whole life. But that is the truth. Like generals, those are. If you ever see generals from Germany, they're literally pictured with wiener dogs all the time. So just a little history lesson for you. But yeah, that's my thing. Is my dog didn't attack this Doberman all because of absolutely not.
So I got a quick follow up to the Roman situation, and then I have the actual kids course. The quick follow up is.
And you gave Uncle's Corner. How many stories do you have?
I know, I'm sorry. I'm taking that in a second.
And wieners.
And wieners. We got wieners. Well, her and I have the same size wiener.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so real quick, as everybody, if you listened last episode, which we skipped a week, Sean was supposed to have a week without me. He did.
Oh, here he goes.
So we skipped a week, and but the last episode, I said I failed, and my son's going to be a Steelers fan, which you two are probably very ecstatic about, I'm sure.
Yeah, I haven't had
However,
My wife felt bad for you actually when she found out about this.
I found a way to make Roman actually watch and pay attention to the Cowboys game. But it's only if it's like Sunday night or Monday night or like a Thursday night game where he's supposed to be in bed. He'll sneak down and climb up with me and watch. He'll actually watch and like pay attention and
It's
like
bribery.
and cheer for the Cowboys. And I'm like,
That's only
It's bribery.
works.
It's
is
bribery.
he like psychologically
Yes.
like owning me right
He's
now?
training you.
Yes, because if it was a 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock game, he
Yeah,
would be
he
like,
wouldn't care.
"See ya."
You're right.
He wouldn't care. So, anyways, that's the follow up. So he did. I was half drunk. He came down. He sat down and watched a little bit of the Cowboys game with me, and then I sent him to bed.
Your son owns you.
I let him watch like a drive, and then I sent him back up to
Your
bed.
son owns you.
Cassie, there's a little bit of backstory to my actual story. Okay, Cassie, growing up, her brother, her oldest brother, always called her Dolly. Dolly for Dolly Parton because my wife is very chesty, and Dolly Parton's very chesty, so that was always why he called her Dolly, right? And Cassie hates it. It's always been something. She likes Dolly Parton, but it's always been something that she hates because she knows why he's calling her Dolly, right? And she thinks it's stupid. So my daughter has to, I guess, pretend to be somebody. And she came home, she was all excited. She had a book and she has to study and pretend to be somebody, and she's going to wear a wig and all this stuff. She chose Dolly Parton. I fucking lost it. I was like, oh my God. Cassie's like, shut up. And I was like, so honey, I'm like, your Uncle Keith always calls mommy Dolly. And she's like, oh, really? Why? And I was like, oh, I didn't expect that comeback. And I got my wife, like, glaring at me.
Really likes
And my
me.
daughter all eager to learn why Uncle Keith calls my wife Dolly.
And your wife is pissed.
My wife's super pissed. And,
I can see Cassie just red and
oh, yeah, she's just glad. Like, she could see through my soul at this moment, right? And so I was like, oh, they just have some very similar features. And Cassie's like, it's because we both like to sing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's because they both like to sing, honey.
That's a good one. That's a good
Poor Cassie.
I mean, you can't make that up, right?
No.
Like, my brother-in-law has, since I've known them, has always called my wife Dolly. And then my daughter, first time she chooses to be a celebrity, is going to be Dolly Parton.
Poor Cassie.
I honestly, that would be... So when we went to Columbus, 4 or 5 months ago at this point, and we were playing that, I forget what game that was, the cards game.
Probably a year ago
And we
at
were...
this point.
No, it wasn't a year. We were there this year at some point. It was back in the beginning of the year, though. Probably back in April.
It was cold. It was like
Well,
chilly.
we went to the zoo. It can't be that cold. We went to the
It
zoo.
was chilly though. It wasn't like
Right.
hot.
I would think it was.
We'll go with
probably
April.
April, somewhere in
Okay.
that ballpark.
March, April.
Yeah. Nonetheless,
wasn't there.
that just that conversation about the frustration you put into Cassie just reminds me of the card game where we all intentionally were trying to give her with the worst circumstances to make her say the worst
It was
circumstances.
the meme game, and we were all trying to get Cassie to say the most raunchy shit
Yes.
Oh
possible.
my gosh.
Because Cassie gets
Because she gets worked up about it.
she gets pretty worked up. About it. Well, on that note, cheers. We get the good shot this time.
Cheers.
Yeah, I like this one. This one's way better. Wait, you gotta.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep fucking up the shot. I could probably just sit down and polish out a bottle of that.
Oh, during COVID, I drank bottles of that stuff.
I don't know why when I read that, I automatically thought of the peppermint.
Not the peppermint one. That's just
Yeah, it's
Like I read it, I'm reading that it's cider, but like for some reason in my mind, I went straight peppermint.
This
Well,
one's
it's
also
white.
good.
It kind of
Yeah.
makes you think that.
Yeah.
This one also is good warm. You can actually toast
Yeah,
it up
no, this
and
is
have it
good.
with hot cider or something like that. It's
Probably
very
good
good.
cold.
Oh, it's great cold too.
Yeah.
I've never had this that it's been bad.
Well, Jack, thanks for swinging by randomly.
Yeah, dog.
Welcome back.
I'll see you all next week after I watch the Cowboys beat the Broncos.
What are you doing?
yeah.
What are you doing here? Is that new?
Deuces.
Steelers are gonna win. Cowboys are gonna win.